I've got a tool today that can instantly make a high-quality man feel loving, connected, powerful emotions for you and only you. In Dr. Gary Chapman's book, The 5 Love Languages, which are ways that we communicate love and affection towards each other, one of them is called verbal affirmations. And by the way, this is my personal favorite. Verbal affirmations are basically compliments, signs of gratitude, basically verbally telling someone what you really like and appreciate about them. It's a compliment. And if you can give honest, sincere appreciation and compliments to a man, then you can instantly turn on his emotions for gratitude and appreciation and affection for you. We all have human needs. We have the need for food, for shelter, for enough money to be able to survive. One of the core needs that humans have that isn't met very often is the need for self-importance, is the need to be loved and respected by other people. It's a powerful need. Why do you think that people work so hard to post Instagram and Facebook and social media pictures that make them look good? Why do we care so much about beauty and fashion and cars as a society? It might not be very important to you, but as a whole, this is such a deeply important thing to people because it gives us a sense of importance. And if you can learn how to give people and be a source of that feeling of importance, and if you can do it in an authentic way where you're not trying to manipulate or be fake, then you can have a powerful tool to build this instant connection with high-quality men. Now, I want to share a story with you about how I applied this to my life that honestly blew my mind, and it really opened up the power in my mind to appreciation and gratitude. About 15 years ago, I had a very strong practice and habit of doing Qigong, which is a breathing and movement meditation. And one day, it was just a little bit different, where my morning practice, instead of just doing an hour of this Qigong breathing, I continued that breathing throughout the day. I actually had to loosen my belt because my stomach was expanding with these deep breaths all day. And something really strange happened that night. Typically, I would go to bed on my stomach, but I remember just falling asleep on my back, just deep breathing. And when I woke up the next day, the first thing that normally I noticed when I woke up in the morning was just loud beeping from my alarm, and I kind of reached over really quick and would hit the alarm snooze button. But this was different. I woke up, and the first thing I noticed is that I was still lying on my back, and I took a deep, slow breath in. So this is just strange that normally I'll roll and I'll sleep on my stomach in different positions, but I was still on my back in the same position, and I woke up with that first breath, and then I heard this beep, beep, this soft beeping, and I slowly looked over and reached over and gently turned off the snooze button. And I continued breathing, I woke up, and I went into work and I quit my job. Now, I was working for a really smart, interesting entrepreneur at the time that was doing very interesting things in the entertainment business. And he was a very kind of alpha dominant man, right? Just always in control, always in charge, not overly emotional. And I was a little afraid of how he was going to react when I quit, because there was like a little bit of conflict, and he had shown some anger in the past, more recently. And so we went out to a restaurant for lunch, and we're there in public, outside in this kind of outdoor cafe surrounded by people. And I quit my job. I quit. And something incredible happened. He started crying. Like tears were welling up in his eyes and coming down, because I didn't just quit out of anger. I didn't quit out of any kind of resentment or ill feelings. I actually sat there and I told him how much I appreciated him. I told him why I appreciated working for him. I told him what I saw about what an incredible man he was, and all of the great, creative, hardworking lessons and principles that I had taken from having the opportunity to work for someone as creative and smart and driven as he was. And as I was going through this appreciation for him, I could tell that I was tapping into a part of himself, a feeling that wasn't really touched on very often, which was a deep authentic appreciation of some of his greater character traits that I can tell he had worked so hard on. And I was blown away that this alpha dominant entrepreneurial man was actually tearing up. And that day, I learned the power of love and connection and appreciation, and how we can tap in and connect with people in a deep way, even if we think that there's a shell in front of them. I still remember a compliment that my wife gave to me on our first date. And she just told me, she's like, wow, you really remind me of my brother. And she told me about one of her brothers, and she told me the positive parts of her brother that I reminded her of. And I just remember, wow, she clearly really loves and respects her brother, and the fact that she is comparing me to him, that was really meaningful. And the fact that this was almost a decade ago, and I still remember this specific compliment from our first date, just shows how much that hit me, how much I really appreciated that, and still do to this day. Now here's the thing. If you're just trying to take this tool or this strategy to get guys to like you, it's never going to work. You can't try to manipulate men into liking you. You can't come across as insincere and just try to compliment someone with the expectation that they're going to give you something in return. The key, like anything, is to practice giving sincere appreciation, to practice looking for the good in other people, looking for their gift, and being able to be vulnerable and to share that with them. And I encourage you to practice this. If you're ever on the phone with a customer service agent and they do a really great job, ask them how you can help them. Ask them if you can write a letter or speak with their boss. I do that all the time. If I have a great experience, I'll ask to speak to the manager. And they'll be like, wait, why do you want to talk to the manager? And it's because I want to let them know that this person who's working with them is doing an incredible job. If you go to a restaurant and you have a really great meal, ask to send a message back to the chef of how great of a job they did. Look for ways, even if you're walking down the street or down a grocery aisle and you see someone that's dressed stylish or fashionable, maybe it's a high quality man, maybe take the time to let them know, wow, you look really sharp. I really like your jacket, or this or that. Just taking a moment to show genuine appreciation for other people, it feels good. Become a source of light and love. We live in a world where people are insecure and harmful and competitive many times. And if you could be a person who's a true source of genuine appreciation and love for others, you can attract such higher quality, loving people into your life. So often what we put out is what we get back in. Listen, if you want a piece of homework, right now, I will give you a piece of homework. Go out there and look for 5 people over the next couple of days that you can cold approach and go up to them cold. You've never met them before, and give them a sincere compliment. Tell them something that looks really nice about them. Maybe it's a haircut. Maybe it's about what they're wearing. Maybe it's just about their energy. And then comment below this video and let me know about your experience. Let me know how it went complimenting people and if you experienced any positive benefits from it. And if you want a more in-depth training, I'm going to give you a free gift. Just go in the description of this video and click on my online free training. You can sign up and get access today, and it'll go into a much more in-depth training for you to attract higher quality men. Thank you so much for watching this video. We went through exactly how to create a powerful connection with a man through showing sincere appreciation. This is a lifelong tool that can help you to develop meaningful relationships in your life above and beyond just a romantic relationship with a high quality man. And so please do become a subscriber. Hit the red subscribe button beneath this video. And if you appreciated the video, hit the thumbs up like button. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next week.